And we're back for another video on this cold, gloomy Wisconsin day with my 2013 Nissan Altima with 250,000 miles. She has 240,000 miles and she's still chugging along, although not happy, but she's still, chugging along. Last time you guys saw this car, we replaced the caliper bracket on that side and we replaced the brake caliper fully on this side, and it's been great so far. Brakes feel brand new. But this time, I've had an issue. I didn't really like to think of it like as a big deal, but it's gotten worse. The car has a rough idle here and there. It's very on and off. The RPMs keep dipping. Like you can hear the car, you can feel it, especially with the exhaust or the muffler delete. But the car will start bouncing RPMs between like 700 and 900, and just doing a bunch of weird stuff. And my gas mileage is taking a hit. Like overall, I'm getting like 23 instead of like 28, 29. And on the highway, I'm like barely able to break 34, which if you guys have tracked my videos, this is a 40 miles per gallon plus car on my driving style and route. So I thought about what it could be. I scanned the car. There's, aside from the P0420 code, there were no new codes. But in the history of the car in the last couple, 100,000 miles, there were random misfire codes happening. So I took it upon myself to go and buy 4 new, oh my God, this restaurant's still open? Sorry. 4 new ignition coils. And I thought about it. I'm like, the ignition coils in this car do have 250,000 miles on them. I've replaced the spark plugs a couple times. The last time was at like 210,000, 205,000. But I never replaced the coils. I don't think coils are supposed to last this long. I know when they fully fail, the car gets a misfire, because my Altima, my last one, was running rough really bad one day. Ended up being one coil went out, ran to the junkyard down the street, picked one up from a junker Altima, dropped it in the parking lot, and then the car was back on the road. Got me to it until I can order new ones. This car, I decided to go ahead. I ordered 4 new ones. They were like $50 on Amazon, or on eBay, sorry, for the Nissan genuine ones. So I was like, why not take a shot? So I ordered them. The next part of the video you guys will see is them being installed, and to show you guys, it's so easy. It is so easy on a car like this. Never let the dealer, molest you, whack you, destroy you, rob you. Do it yourself. But let's get into the video to show you guys how easy it can be to replace those and see if they make a difference. And we're here under the hood of the Altima. As you can see, this is what a 240,000 mile engine bay looks like. Never even washed it either. It's a little like oily. I don't know why, but right there is the new alternator we put. Otherwise, everything else is basically original back here, battery and stuff. But we have to get these 3 T30s off. So I have this thing. So we're gonna get those off. I'll show you what it looks like. A lot of cars, cheaper cars especially, don't have this engine cover, so it's even easier to access the ignition coils. But we gotta take these off first on this car. So now we have our answer for the why it's oily. We have a leaky valve cover gasket going on, but not a big deal. But we're down here now with the engine cover off. You just have these 10mm bolts as well as these clips that you just gotta pop off. So we're gonna take them out and show you guys. It's very easy. Like, get your 10mm, you just break it like that. Look at that. Break. 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 Boom. Look at that. So all done. The first one out. You just gotta push down on this clip, and while you're pushing down on this clip, you pull it back. Now, don't take out all of them right away. Take out just one, because you want to see if it's the right part. Now look, this is 240,000 miles on this versus 0 miles on this. Now they look almost exactly the same. The snout is a little bit different, but harness plugs are the same. Everything else is the same. But these look same brand too, Hanshin. But as you can see, I want to pull the spark plug out. The spark plug should only have about what's it called, 30,000 miles on it, 35,000 miles on it, but these have 240,000. Look at that. Okay, update. Never mind, the socket I have is actually the wrong size. So no spark plug coming out for us, but we do have new coil packs. So those will go in just like that. Gotta move this out the way. Make sure not to damage these cables. These cables have been sitting on this car since new, so sometimes you have to wiggle them on. Again, just be careful, you don't want to break them. Boom, clips in. You take the bolt goes in, and boom, just like that, you've replaced your first ignition coil. And if you're gonna replace your spark plugs, all you gotta do is pull the spark plugs out with a spark plug socket and make sure they're gapped, toss them all back in. But for now, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna do this instead. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 all in line. As you can see, 1 is the worst. 2, this is number 3. This is number 4. But they don't look too bad. This one looks cooked. There's like scorch marks on it. So this one doesn't look that happy. I don't know if it's like that because it's next to the oil cap. There's a bunch of like oil and gunk right there, but this one doesn't look the happiest. But we'll get the next 3 in and we'll see how she is. And just like that, within 15 minutes, I've replaced all 4 coil packs. If I was gonna replace the spark plugs, it would maybe add another 10 minutes. That's pulling the spark plug out, putting the new one in, making sure they're gapped, you know, all that nice stuff. Super easy. I just remembered also, this PCV valve looks super greasy. That got replaced also with an AutoZone one when I did my spark plugs. But anyway, just put this cover back on. You have this hole right here. This just needs to line up with the hole on the bottom of this butt. And then it just clicks into place. And then you just take your T30s, line them up, and put them in. So again, one hand it's kind of hard, so we'll knock this all out and we'll resume just like that. Everything's back together. Again, this is a 15-minute job. I'm not happy about all this oil that's getting spewed everywhere, but I'm not going to fix the leaky valve cover gasket. The other thing I need to tell you guys is take the spark or the old coil packs, put them back in the box or something and label them which cylinder they came out of and keep them, because just in case there's an issue with these, at least you have the originals and keep them in the car with you, right? Just in case there's an issue with the originals. Do it for the 100 miles, just make sure everything's good, then you can probably toss them. But we're gonna go for a drive. Let's see if her idle is any better. Okay, we're in the car right now. We've driven about 10 miles. If you guys can see, the car is idling perfectly right now at 750. AC is on and everything. And she's not acting weird. She's not stuttering. Responsive. So, like I said in the intro to the video, once in a while she would stutter or she would idle rough, or she would start up rough. It just didn't sound right. The history showed a couple misfire codes randomly, but they would be in the temporary codes or something, they solved themselves. But again, she's back at 750 right now. She's idling a lot better. So before, when you took your foot off the gas, you'd feel a hesitation. There's no hesitation anymore. Nothing. She revs perfectly. She's very smooth. Man, I haven't felt the car like this before. The car had a couple issues here and there, but I was being cheap on replacing stuff and fixing stuff because that right there. But I'm happy to say she's doing pretty good. I'm gonna take her on a highway loop because before I couldn't break 35, and if you guys have watched my videos, I was getting 39 to 40 consistently. So we're gonna take her out on the highway and see. But again, there's no RPM dip, nothing weird. She's acting perfectly, exactly what you need her to do. Now the check engine light, of course, is easier for 420, but she's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. So I chalk that up as a win. $45.